Namaskar, Om Tat Sat. In today's video, we are going to discuss on a concept called Dheemahi. Dheemahi is a Sanskrit word which is being frequently you will find in lots of scriptures of India. It is there also in the Gayatri Mantra. Bhargo Devasya Dheemahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayate. Now let's understand, this is a very short video and it has a lot of psychological, spiritual, philosophical implication. And it is the intellect, Dheemahi. We meditate upon, we contemplate upon, we surrender upon, we understand upon, Dheemahi. Now, Dheemahi is what? Dheemahi is trying to understand the very way the reality is functioning. Our mind generally functions in a default mode network. And default mode network is something that most of us are programmed. And we do something and we keep on doing that particular thing and we keep on doing that particular thing and we're unable to break that pattern and we become the pattern, we become that particular personality. Now this actually gives us a conscious shock and this gives us a conscious pause, and from there upon we actually are able to understand the very devotion. And once you get into this particular Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayate, and which happens because Dheemahi, we contemplate upon what? On the Devi, on the Lord, on the great God, on the Paramatma, on the very Parabrahman, and on the individual soul, and then to the individual soul. And generally we tend to get concentrated on the vrittis, and these vrittis are basically the fluctuations. In the Yoga Sutra Patanjali, it is being said that there is Atho Yoga Anushasana. And when you are actually doing the Anushasana, that is the very discipline, we are trying to get concentrated. And once we get concentrated, we get into a kind of a dharana. And once we extend that, of course, we get into a higher stage of our meditation. Dhyan actually we get into. So how do you do that? The first stage, of course, is trying to generally say that Shravana, that is listening, Manana, Chintan, Nididhyasana, which is all about contemplation. And it is good to have your own deity, it is good to have your own love to whom you can surrender. It can be anything. It can be somebody, or it can be the Lord, it can be the deity, it can be the very nature, it can be the very biosphere, it can be the very grand nature, it can be the ocean, it can be the air, and they are ultimately in a very animated form. And once we are having that contemplative mode, we find that yes, we have an anchor. All human beings requires an anchor. हम लोग भटक जाते, we get distorted, and when the mind is getting distorted, everything appears to be distorted. And once the mind is in place, every circumstances, even though it is going to be bad state, it actually manifests into a good state. So when you say Dheemahi, we contemplate, and there are various ways by which you can contemplate. We can contemplate on anything that is sacred, and anything that is profound, anything that is eternal. So it is being said that the Tantra system, Maha Tantra, Maha Yantra, Maha Mantra, Mahasana. So Tantra is something which expands. Mantra is something where you are trying to contemplate. Mananatrati, the mantra, and it is a vibration, and in the vibration actually uplifts you. And these vibrations are coming from the sages, and they are of the Apurusha. And Yantra are the sacred geometry, which is a Bindu. And that is the great seat. Maha Tantra, Maha Yantra, Maha Mantra, Mahasana. And when I say Dheemahi is something that which you can contemplate upon. So be very focused on what actually you are contemplating. And once you develop a pattern, you are able to just fade away or put a firewall on anything which is nakaramatma, anything which is bad, anything which is not so positive is something one has to really be away from. And how do you do that? It is to be contemplated. So Dheemahi is the way by which we contemplate. And when you say contemplate, we contemplate on the very grand nature, on the deity, which helps us to stay focused. Om Tat Sat.